Hi everybody, it's Tatiana, and I want to just do a short intro to let you know that Black lives still do and always will matter. Black everything matters. And if that is not something you agree with, then this is not the space for you, and you are invited to leave. Hi everybody, it's Tatiana, and today I'm coming to share with you my review of The 100,000 Kingdoms, which is book 1 in N.K. Jemison's Inheritance Trilogy, which I have this ginormous bind up of, and I'm going to sit it down because it's heavy. For those of you who saw my March TBR video, my TBR for March was picked by Sherri over at Obsidian Texts and Tangents, and she wanted me to get to an N.K. Jemison book because I own quite a few and have read none. So now I can say I've read one, and I will be reading more. That's, if you take nothing else from this review, I will definitely be reading more. In The 100,000 Kingdoms, we follow the main character of Yine, who has been called to the castle sky by her grandfather, from whom she's estranged, and is brought in to take her title, her role as his heir. And there's a lot that she learns as far as what the intentions are, what his intentions are for having her take on this role. She learns that as the story goes along, so I'm definitely not going to share that with you. And I really don't know what's in the synopsis versus what's not in the synopsis, because I have this book in the bind up, which does not have a synopsis for either any of the books on the back. So that in mind, of course, I will be sharing as very little detail in the story, but I will say that Yine has just lost her mother, and that's also part of why she's been called, because her mother can't come, so she's called to take her role in her mother's stead. And also her mother fled the actual heir. Her mother fled the kingdom of Sky before Yine was born. And so Yine has not grown up in this situation. Royalty, none of it. Or not the royalty as it is in Sky. So with the characters of this book, you have Yine, her grandfather, and 2 of her cousins, and then you also have this family of gods who are living on Earth and living within the castle of Sky. And so there's this whole dynamic of the gods' relationship with the humans and how they work together or don't work together, how they serve each other, and then they're also developing a relationship with Sky, and with Yine. And Yine has to be reminded that, you know, these are gods. They have lived for thousands of years, whereas you're only 20. Don't think that you know everything, or that everything that they're telling you is accurate, or even the whole story, because they've learned how to tool what they share with humans to work in their favor, or even if it doesn't work in their favor, to terrify humans enough to get them to leave them the fuck alone. And so there's a relationship that happens between the gods and Yine that also impacts Yine's ascension to her role in the hierarchy of the family, that show how jacked up this whole society in this world is. And that's one thing that I will say. N.K. Jemison, and again, this is the first book that I've read by her. The world building in here is so beautiful. I have heard a lot of people, and I was a little nervous about starting reading their work, because I've heard a lot of people comment that N.K. Jemison's world building can be a little difficult to get through. I really didn't have that problem. I say that to say, don't, just if you're interested in reading N.K. Jemison's work, by all means read it, because I thoroughly enjoyed this. There is one of my favorite character in the story is Nahadoth. And I don't know if it's because I like the characters who are like the anti-hero villain line of things, but I adored Nahadoth as a character, and his relationship with Yain as well. There's so much that Yain learns as she's going through this situation about herself and about her family, and also about the gods. And Yain has to figure out how to be who she is and who she's brought up to be in this new environment. There's one thing that happens, one statement, phrase, word that's used in this book that is a for me, and that is the word savages. Yain's people, where she was raised, are referred to as savages by the people, the Amareri, who are the people who live in the Palace of Sky, or in the City of Sky, whatever it is. Everybody who does not live within Sky is referred to by the Amareri as savages. And it's not stated over and over in the book, and in fact you even have Yain making the statement that she's a savage, or because she grew up as a savage, or because she's a barbarian. And I was like, no, 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 we're not gonna call ourselves that. And she did. But it's also used as a tool to show how there's not that much difference between those who consider themselves to be cultured and better than, and those who, and the people that they consider to be barbarians and savages, which is very true to humanity, period. So yeah, having said all of that, I absolutely loved this book. I am looking forward to getting to, I know at 6 months of this year, my TBR is being done by, or has been created by, BookTube friends of mine. I'm looking forward to the 6 months where that's not the case, so that I can read book 2. Because I kind of wanted to go right into book 2 when I finished book 1. So if there's anything that you could take out of this, if you have been shy about starting N.K. Jemisin, by all means, please don't be. If you need to start here, then start here. Take my word for it. This is such a good story. So that's all that I have for this video today. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a good week, weekend, whenever you see this video. Peace out.